Your New York Knicks go up 2-0 on the Philadelphia 76ers. We can all breathe a sigh of relief, ladies and gentlemen. Closer than expected, but that is the NBA for you. Look, we can't beat the 76ers by 39 every single game, right? And I kind of knew it. No Joel Embiid kind of sucked the life. I wouldn't say the life out of this one, but it kind of changed the game plan. And once you do that, Sixers are very comfortable in playing without Joel Embiid. Very comfortable. They played nearly half the season without him. So it was a very challenging first half, to say the least, in terms of officiating, and we'll get to that a little later. But I'm not going to complain about that. We can all breathe. The New York Knicks are go up 2-0 on the Philadelphia 76ers. Shout out to every single one of you guys in the chat. Once again, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all the good stuff. Look, you can, this is the kind of game the New York Knicks probably would have lost in the past, right? They probably would have just relaxed in, and they were they played relaxed to start this game. They played relaxed. Cat, another game with two foul calls in the first quarter. Hukporti comes in and, uses his fouls as well. Whether you want to say the fouls are questionable, again, we'll talk about that. But it's the kind of game where you don't want to automatically chalk it up to a win when Joel Embiid is out. And I even tweeted that on the X account, man. Philly plays really well without him. And they beat Boston in game 2 in Boston without Joel Embiid. So they just did it without him. So, but instead, the New York Knicks survived, right? They straight up survived. War of attrition. No matter what, it didn't matter how it looked. Ugly. Pretty. It's been really pretty as a New York Knicks fan lately to watch this team. This was a little bit on the ugly side, but I got to tell you, now you're getting some major contributions from Mikal Bridges. And I know I have Jalen Brunson on the thumbnail. I should have put Mikal Bridges on the thumbnail because Mikal Bridges, guys, in these last 3 games, right? And we talked about in game 6 versus Atlanta, where he kind of got his confidence back. Mikal Bridges plays like this, it just increases the Knicks' upside tremendously. Mikal Bridges was absolutely awesome tonight. I mean, tremendous basketball game all around for him and OG Anunoby. And as we sit here right now and pray and hope to God that OG Anunoby's okay, let me know in the chat if we have an OG Anunoby update. Because right now, I don't think we have an OG Anunoby update. I'm not looking at my phone right now. I don't have it pulled up. So let me know in the chat if there is an OG Anunoby update, guys. So I'm relying on you guys. But I believe there was 25 lead changes. Whistles every 30 seconds in the first half, which was absolutely abysmal. I mean, guys, let's be honest. First and foremost, one of the worst officiated first halves I've ever seen. Ever. Tony Brothers is god-awful. Ever since we had Carmelo Anthony, you remember him and Carmelo Anthony had a thing, ever since Tony Brothers is god-awful, guys. God-awful. I mean, some of the foul calls the Philadelphia 76ers were getting in the first half were just abysmal. I tweeted some of the calls on the KnicksNation account. Again, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but I just wanted to mention it to start. And I even thought Hukporti got absolutely hosed with his foul calls, in my opinion. Right? I mean, some of the Maxey, just, again, hitting the body and with the fade, but whatever, right? Even through all that, like even through the chaos, right? The Knicks always, it wasn't like the Knicks always hung around. It was always like a 4 or 5 point lead for Philly. They weren't in control of the game, the Philadelphia 76ers. The Knicks were always hovering around. And we'll talk throughout the game. Like I even thought in the first half, Jordan Clarkson, I don't believe he played in the second half, but in the first half when the Knicks were kind of stuck in the mud, Clarkson came in the game and actually made some buckets around the rim and actually kind of gave the Knicks breathing room until, because they had to survive the Towns fouls. They had to survive the Hukporti fouls. You even saw Landry Shamet give the Knicks some run in this game, but they had to. Once again, appreciate the members in here loud and clear. Isaiah, pray for OG, man. Castro, we need an OG Anunoby update. Yep, Joel, appreciate you guys in the chat. 2-0. 2-0. We can all breathe. We can all breathe, man. Look, to start this game, Paul George came out on fire. And honestly, I expected a little bit of a slow start for the Knicks to kind of feel out the 76ers. Like how are they going to run their offense? To kind of feel them out a little bit, right? They were hitting open shots. Paul George was hitting tough shots too, contested shots as well. Edgecombe was draped all over Brunson. Brunson in the first quarter to start was a little bit, timid. Dribbling could have been better a little bit, turning the ball over. I thought Edgecombe did a pretty good job on him for a 20-year-old rookie. So, but in the fourth quarter, Brunson hunted the Barlow matchup and hit a tough two-pointer that he was very comfortable in that matchup. And it's really good to see that he recognized the Barlow matchup, hunted him, and made that basket. I got on the Jalen Brunson shirt, by the way. The King of New York shirt, by the way. Mikal Bridges was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Like, this is exactly why. I know I've gotten on Mikal Bridges, especially after the game 2 goose egg, but he has turned his game around. And this is the Mikal Bridges we've all wanted to see. And some Knicks fans think that he's the key to everything, right? He's the key to everything. Mikal Bridges, 18 points, 9 of 13 from the field, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 37 minutes. Defensively, he's also been incredible. He is just doing this at a super efficient rate, right? Which is Mikal Bridges, right? I thought the mid-range jump shots tonight were timely. When the Knicks needed a bucket, they would give it to Mikal, and he would just knock it down, swish. I don't even think he hit rim tonight. I don't even think Mikal hit rim tonight. He was so awesome. So when the game was getting ugly and the offense kind of got stagnant and the whistles were killing the momentum, if the Knicks had any momentum, I thought Mikal kept them a little bit above float and steady, and so did OG Anunoby, who I'm praying for right now. His shot making tonight was incredible. Like, controlled, calm, like no panic whatsoever. Nothing but net. He just, like, shout out to Mikal, honestly, man. Like, incredible game. Incredible game from Mr. Mikal Bridges. No Mitchell Robinson in this game. And so they called it an illness. Now, I'm not sure if the New York Knicks saw Joel Embiid was out tonight and they thought they can get by without Mitchell Robinson because of Ariel Hukporti's recent play lately. We'll never know. I kind of lean to that side that, no Joel Embiid. Mitchell Robinson got banged up last game. His knee got banged up, so I think the Knicks wanted to give him an extra day too. They call it an illness. We saw him out in the arena prior to the game practicing. He looked fine to me. But quickly, you felt the no Mitchell Robinson in the first quarter when Karl-Anthony Towns, back-to-back game, picked up the second foul. And it's a shame because Cat nearly got a triple-double in 27 minutes. If Cat wasn't in foul trouble, I think this game wouldn't have even been close, to be honest with you. Cat gives you 20 points, 7 assists, 10 rebounds. Mike Brown takes him out when he picks up the fourth, screaming, no, Mike, don't take me out, Mike. Walks back to the locker room because it's emotional. Like, it's an emotional game. He's upset with Mike Brown for taking him out, but Mike Brown had to take him out because you don't want to risk Cat picking up his 5th foul there, and then we're stuck. So Cat comes back in the game in the 4th quarter, and I thought that set the tone because 6 of 8, get into the free throw line, again, dominant, right? So if Cat didn't pick up his 4 fouls, I think this would have been an easier time for the New York Knicks, right? So Mo, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Says my man Ant, this is my favorite Knicks content channel right now. Mo, really appreciate that. Loud and Clear says, why can't Mikal do this on a consistent basis? That's what's frustrating. Yeah, last few, Loud and Clear, it's all that matters, right? In the playoffs, right? And he's known to be a playoff riser, and from last year. And honestly, the regular season's a regular season. We can judge Mikal right now, and we've all said that if he performed like that in the playoffs or in game 2 continuously, there's going to be some problems there. Well, I don't know what he did, but he kept his confidence up. And that game 6 in Atlanta, where the Knicks beat them by, up by 61, 51-point lead, Mikal Bridges got his shot back on. And sometimes that's all it takes, just seeing the basket go in the hoop, right? And in that game 6 in Atlanta, that mattered for Mikal Bridges. That kind of got lost in the sauce. Ever since then, Knicks don't win tonight without Mikal. I know that sounds like newsflash and lazy analysis, but some of the mid-range shots that he took tonight were just nothing but net and water and timely, right? And our captain, Brunson, 4th quarter demon, right? He closed out really strong. But I thought Edgecombe did a really good job on him. I thought he wasn't really seeing the floor well, Jalen Brunson, especially with those traps in the 4th quarter where I'm like, what are you doing? Knicks had a call. And I'm just going through the game right now in my head. I just wanted to shout out Mike Brown because there was a possession there. I thought in the 4th quarter, I wrote it down, where everything was like, it was starting to get to a point where I was like getting extremely nervous, right? But I liked the timeout from Mike Brown late in that 4th quarter when the Knicks were up 2. I think it was like 101-99 to kind of settle things down. And out of that timeout, Brunson got the Barlow matchup, and he hit a shot over Barlow, right? Then we were like up 4, then we're like, okay, we can breathe. And so I like the timeouts late in the game, but I think the Knicks just have to do a better job at, 1, inbounding the basketball. Like, come on now. 2, you see the trap, get the ball out quicker. But I'm just excited that, you know, a game like tonight, I think it was a psychological, no Embiid kind of shifts your mind psychologically, right? Tonight showed me a lot about this New York Knicks team because no, they didn't win by 31. No, they didn't win by 51. No, they didn't win by 29. This one could have easily been a loss the way it was going. And the New York Knicks have shown us that lately they've been, especially this season, they've been vulnerable in losing games that they tend to relax in, right? So here we are up 2-0 on the 76ers. I just think that tonight was a gritty, gutsy win. And I think we need these types of wins if we want to get far. Like, we need to learn through these wins. We need to learn through these battles. It's not always going to be easy. And I just think that in the end, you feel good about going up 2-0. And now we just have to hope and pray that OG Anunoby is okay. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the TikTok chat. Shout out to the YouTube chat. How OG got hurt, I don't know. Please let me know. Somebody said it was ankle in the chat. Somebody please let me know what it is. Vaughn, what's going on? Says championship teams find ways to win games like this. It ain't a perfect game, but we found a way. Great comment, Vaughn. Great comment. Ooh, Joe. Let's get to this super chat. First super chat of the night. Young Move Maker. Appreciate you with the super chat. Really appreciate the support. He says, is OG Anunoby okay? What is the plan if he's out 1 to 2 games? We are awaiting the news on OG Anunoby. Like, That's kind of where we're at right now over here in Knicks Nation. And I feel like I talked about a lot of people tonight, but OG Anunoby, um, 5 stocks on that night for OG Anunoby. I mean, like, what more can I say about OG? He's a big part of what we do at the end of the day. So I hope and I pray that he's okay. Let me try to refresh the timeline now to see if we have like any news regarding OG Anunoby. If anyone, OG came up gimpy on this cut. Hold on, here it is. I think I found the play. Okay. Just going through this stuff right now. This is the play where they say OG Anunoby comes up gimpy on this cut. I'm trying to see. Is he pulling out his hamstring there? Oh no. Is that a hamstring? Is that a hamstring that I'm seeing right now? I don't see him twist his ankle. Is that an ankle twist? I think that's an ankle twist. If it's a hamstring, that's no, it's not what you want. It's not what you want. If it's a hamstring, I hope it's not a hamstring. I hope, because we know OG Anunoby and his hamstrings. I don't know. I'm trying to. Does he hit his right there? Yeah, it might be an ankle thing. But then he called out the game quick. Like really quick. Right there, he's calling out the game. And in the midst of it, this is the Mikal Bridges shot. Look at this. Step back, swish. I don't even think he hit rim the entire night. I don't think he hit rim the entire night, Mikal Bridges. Incredible. So we hope that OG Anunoby is okay. I assume that it's his right hamstring. Somebody said he was grabbing at his right hamstring from Yowie. If it's his right hamstring, this could have been like, I still do think the Knicks can get this done in 5. If it's his right hamstring, you're up 2-0. Right? Let's talk this through. You're up 2-0. Can you get a game without OG? Can you get 2 games without OG Anunoby in this series? Can you get 2 games? And it sucks because OG Anunoby has been so healthy for the Knicks this year. He's been so healthy. And then, of course. Oh, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Knicks win 108-102 as we await the news on OG Anunoby. If Mike Brown is speaking right now, please let me know. I'm sure we're probably not going to get anything. Wayne, what's going on? Loud and Clear says that's a hammy, bro. Yeah. Hope it's just cramps. I don't know. Daniel says happy Wednesday. What's up? What's up, Daniel? Joel says Mike Brown is talking right now. Say Quizzy says wasn't an easy win, but we got it done, and hopefully OG is okay. Bro, but on fire. We don't need this. Yeah, that kind of like sucks the I'm still like, we're 2 wins away from reaching the Eastern Conference Finals, guys. Let's take a step back. Like 2 wins away from reaching the Eastern Conference Finals. The 76ers, if they want to win this series, now have to win 4 out of the next 5 games to beat us. Do you see them beating us 4 out of the next 5 games? I don't. Knicks are up 2-0. I kind of want to close this thing out this weekend so we can have the extra rest. That's if the, like, I know I'm already talking like we won this series, even though we didn't. But I think we could still get 2 wins without OG Anunoby. But he is so valuable, man. It is what it is. Like, injuries happen in sports. It sucks. I hate it. I just hope it's not a bad. What I think it is, I just hope that it's not a bad hamstring injury. Joel says he hasn't talked to medical about OG Anunoby. Of course, I knew we were gonna get that update, man. But look, let's go to the team stats. Look, on the Sixers side, they were up 2, right, at the end of the first quarter, and Maxey did nothing for them. Did nothing. I thought in the second quarter got him going a little bit. He was inefficient tonight, but Maxey's going to be a problem. He's going to get to the free throw line. We all know that. First half was abysmal in terms of the referees, right? I mean, abysmal. Like, do I have to continue to say it? Tony Brothers is trash, man. I hate to agree with Jaylen Brown, but there is some truth to that. Like, the referees have just been awful. I mean, the free throw disparity in this series is just terrible, right? It's terrible. They shot 3 more tonight. Second half, they were calling more on them, so it evened itself out. But away we go. That's not why it was close. I just thought the Knicks needed to do a better job at showing their hands. There was a play where Deuce McBride got called on a foul for Tyrese Maxey in the first half, and he didn't even touch him. But okay. Poor George turned the clock back a little bit in especially the first quarter. After that, it was kind of like really nothing for Paul George. And I thought most of that had to do with the great defense with OJ Anunoby, the great trapping. Oubre actually got going for them. They needed contributions from their other guys because Maxey was inefficient. Edgecombe, I thought Edgecombe played really good for them. Really good. And he had some timely shots. Defensively, too. This kid is 20, man. This kid's going to be really good in the league. VJ Edgecombe. Drummond can't move. And we saw the flopping act that he did in the first quarter, trying to draw another foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. Oubre with a dirty play on Karl-Anthony Towns in the first quarter. So you saw how it was going to go in the first half. You saw the 76ers wanted to play tonight's game. And we move along. They didn't have a closer, though. They didn't have a closer. They didn't have an answer for Jalen Brunson. And their offense kind of got a little bit sporadic there in the fourth quarter. And away we go, guys. Away we go. Gabe in the chat. What's going on, Gabe? Appreciate you in the chat, Gabe. You think Bridges has it in him to step up with OG out? I do. Look, Mikal Bridges has stepped up these last 3 games, and somebody's going to have to step up. And if OG Anunoby is out the next game, you're going to see a lot of Landry Shamet. Landry Shamet, we saw tonight, another body, especially defensively, to kind of just fill the void of OG Anunoby. He's probably going to, I would assume, if there's no OG Anunoby, I would have probably assumed the Landry Shamet starting. So we got to go back. We have to see, first and foremost, about the severity of this injury. But the Knicks have depth. There's a reason why you go out and get Jeremy Sohan, right? There's a reason why you re-signed Landry Shamet, who was awesome this year. Or do you go back to this man right here, Mo D, who was playing extremely well for you, Muhammad Diarra, get some run. I think the Knicks can get by these next 2. You only have to win 2 without OG Anunoby. Now, if the Sixers won tonight, my panic meter then rises a lot. But they didn't. So you're up 2-0, right? So you're up 2-0. Do you think you can win 2 games without OG Anunoby? And if so, why even push it and play him if it's a hamstring injury especially, right? I think this Knicks team can win 2 without OG. I think they can, but he has been a very valuable piece to our offense and defense. So, in a sense, I say all that, and I just hope he's okay. Young Move with the other super chat. Appreciate you, Young Move. He says, let's imagine no OG who steps up on a squad. Yeah, I believe, like I just said, Shamet, Muhammad Diarra, Deuce McBride. He hit a bit, I thought this was a bad Deuce McBride game until he hits a big 3 in the fourth quarter to kind of tie, that did tie the game. And that shot was huge, right? So, timely shots. Deuce plays 21 minutes. Most of that is his defense on Maxey and his defense on Edgecombe, right? So, But other than that, he looked like he was stuck in molasses. He was slow. And that's fine. Like, he's coming back from an injury. I'm okay with that. But he did hit a big three. And I appreciate that from Deuce. Like, I do. But I thought I was clamoring for more Jordan Clarkson in the second half because I thought, look, he had 5 boards, and I thought he actually played pretty well in the first half for the New York Knicks. It seems like he hasn't hit a three since God knows how long. He can't hit threes now for some reason, Jordan Clarkson. But he's really good at the rim. Like, he's getting to the rim, he's getting to the paint, he's rebounding the ball. 3 offensive rebounds in the first half. So it's the effort stuff that has been there for Jordan Clarkson. It's like they took his threes away, and they added defense and rebounding in his game. So they took his 3-point powers away. But yeah, man, just a tough, gritty win. I thought, look, Josh Hart. Like, I didn't really like. The hustle stuff was really there for Josh Hart tonight, but I would give him like a C+ on tonight's game, to be honest with you. But he gives you the 3 steals. I think he had played tremendous defense on Paul George again. But it just felt like offensively the Knicks just weren't in sync, and I don't blame that on Josh Hart too much. So away we go. Joe Brown says, any update on OG Anunoby? No update on OG Anunoby. We shall see. It's looking like a hamstring injury for OG Anunoby. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. Let me expand this for you guys. Yeah, this is a better view. So this is the play, right? Oh, man. Yeah, he pulled up there, man. Yeah, he grabbed at his right hamstring. You saw that little grab right there? You saw that little grab? You see that? You see him grabbing? He grabbed at his right hamstring. Because he didn't step on Maxi's foot there. I go back to that frame. He did not step on Maxi's foot. He's grabbing at his right hamstring, I'm assuming. He had no lift on that dunk, too. Yeah, right there. Right hamstring.
Bruh.
I hate this. He's grabbing at it. It sucks, man. Just pray that it's okay. Just pray that it's not a serious hamstring injury. But it sucks that we dealt with this with OG Anunoby 2 years ago with the hamstring, and he gutted it out in Game 7. But I just hope that it's not a serious hamstring injury. Like, the first thing I think about is like, I don't even want to say it, but the first thing I think about is Luka. Like, if it's a bad hamstring injury, he's gone for a while. I don't even want to utter those words. Right? I don't even want to utter those words. But we just have to wait and see. We just have to wait and see. Shout out to the guys in the chat. The New York Knicks win 108-102, man. Look, war of attrition. You got it done. It wasn't pretty, but I'm okay with it, guys. Like, I'm okay with a game like this. I'm okay with the New York Knicks not blowing out an opponent. Yes, you want to relax in halftime and in the third quarter, fourth quarter. But let's be honest, I felt like I really didn't know how this was going to go in the second half. Like, this genuinely could have went either way, But I just thought the Knicks, when it mattered the most, they grew as a unit. Like, they grew as a team. Mikal hit some big shots. Brunson hit some big shots in that fourth quarter. And Towns. Like, if there's no Joel Embiid, if Karl-Anthony Towns doesn't pick up those 2 fouls, this is a huge Karl-Anthony Towns game. 7 assists again, using him as the hub. I mean, using him as the passer, dictating the offense to Towns. But the problem is he only played 27 minutes because of those fouls. So he's gotten into foul trouble in these first couple of games, and he needs to go back to the drawing board, know that the 76ers are hunting him, and they know that he's prone to picking up fouls. He picked up his second fouls, and you're looking at the 76ers bench, and they're all like smiling and laughing. That's exactly what they're trying to do. And then with no Mitchell Robinson, it made things a little bit shaky. Right? There's no real rim protection, although Ariel Hukporti has been playing really well. Hukporti comes in the game, picks up like 3-4 fouls in like 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Has a nice dunk in this game too. I thought one of the fouls, he went straight up, but they're not going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's Ariel Hukporti. That's the reality of the situation, right? And it sucks. But I like the way the New York Knicks finished this one. Like I thought that they needed a win like this under their belt. It was like you're not going to win by 51 points every night, guys. You're not. And I thought tonight was a psychological battle. Like, no Joel Embiid. You don't have MSG chanting FMB, FMB. Like, there was no real the crowd wanted a pop. There wasn't a crowd pop like we heard in game 1. There was no villain. And we got that in game 1 when MSG was just hating on Joel Embiid. And the Knicks kind of fed off of that because they were hunting him. Game 2, no Joel Embiid. You're like, all right, we should win. But it's not going to be a cakewalk. It's the playoffs, man. The 76ers are here for a reason. And what I like is that, the New York Knicks won in other ways. I know Boston, the reason why they lost game 2 against the 76ers is because they shot abysmal from 3. And if you look at this box score, the Knicks shot abysmal from 3. 7-26. But the difference between the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics is that we can beat you in many ways. We can get to the free throw line. We can get in the paint. Right? And that's the main difference between the Knicks and the Celtics. We don't just rely on the 3. We rely on cuts. We rely on sets that run through cat. Like, we rely on other stuff. Alvarado, the 3 points off the bench, the 3-pointer I thought was big. Again, they call a foul on him with Maxey that I didn't think was a foul. But it is what it is. We live on, right? We live on. We survive. We survive, and I'm just happy they did that. Crystal says, let's go Knicks. Good job. Hope OG is okay. Let's go. 4 out of the next 5 without OG. Going to be rough. I think we can get 2 more, Black-esque. I think we can get 2 more. Gabe says, for real, that fade away from Bridges in the 4th was the turning point. Bridges was awesome. And look, if you go to Bridges' stat line over his last 3 games, it's been incredible, man. This is Phoenix Suns, 2021 finals run, Mikal Bridges. 18 points tonight. 17 points game 1. Game 6 in Atlanta, 24 points, 1 block. This efficiency has been through the roof. Look at this, 10-12, 7-10, 9-13. He is seeing the ball go through the hoop, and it's because the Knicks shifted their offense too, and it's benefited Mikal. They're running more through Cat, and that has benefited Mikal a lot. He's getting the attempts, right? Because if you look at, game 1, 9 attempts, 10 attempts, 3 attempts, 4 attempts, 6 attempts. He's getting the looks. He's getting in his spots. So the Knicks have done a better job at getting him in his spots, and he's playing with more confidence. So shout out to Bridges, man. Shout out to Mikal Bridges. And the Knicks go up 2-0. 2-0. It's like I have this pit in my, isn't it like don't you have like this pit in your stomach where you I want to celebrate, but then all I can think about is OG and Anunoby. right? Like I'm hyped that we won. Like but all I can think about in my mind is OG Anunoby being okay. Like I just hope that he's okay, and hopefully he is. Nostalgic, what's going on? Salute to you, Nostalgic in the chat. Salute. Mac Gene, you're never late to the party. What's going on, Mac Gene? Appreciate you guys in the chat. Appreciate you guys on TikTok, live on TikTok, live on X, live on YouTube. The A level says we find a way to win, y'all. Yeah. Look, this win showed me a lot from this group because when the Knicks they're prone to relax. After game 1 versus Atlanta, they're like, this is going to be easy. This is going to be a cakewalk. Walk in the park. We good. We got it. What happens in game 2? They lose. What happens in game 3? They lose. Off of pretty much a last-second shot from McCollum. Then they're like, all right, let's not mess around. So this Knicks team has shown in the past that, when they tend to relax and when the pressure is not really ramped up, they don't play their best. Right? They don't play their best. They play their best when the pressure is ramped up. So going into tonight, no Joel Embiid. That news hit about 2:00 today. No Joel Embiid. And I kid you not, this was a tweet I tweeted, and I'll show you the tweet. And I was getting heat from Knicks fans too. I don't understand why. Let me just once again shout out to the chat. Let me just go back. Oh, look at this acting job by Andre Drummond. First and foremost, look at this. Give him an Oscar. Give him an Oscar.
Bruh.
This is my tweet. At 1:00. Don't sleep. Just because Embiid is out, their offense adapts. They took out Boston in game 2 without him. This is far from a free win for the New York Knicks. At 1:00, I tweeted this. And then I had people responding like, yo, Boston's ass. Like pretty much insinuating that I'm like negative about the New York Knicks. When that wasn't my intent. My intent was like, guys, like this Knicks team has been prone to show us in the past that they relax. And I wanted to see tonight what they're going to do. And they won. They won, man. Shout out to the boys. Yeah, Disc Rover. I don't know what the hell just popped up on my screen. X be having some weird ads, bro. I don't know what the hell just popped up on my screen. X is weird, bro. Nostalgic says Sixers play better without Embiid. Wayne says OG and Cat developed such a good chemistry. Exactly, Wayne. Good observation. OG Cat, Mikal Cat. Like the chemistry has risen. Like the team has felt connected. And this was the play. And you saw during the game where when Cat was like, Josh Hart picks up a technical, right? So he's like screaming at the refs. He's arguing with the refs. And Karl Anthony Towns is like telling Josh Hart to, cut it out. And Josh Hart's like, bro, relax. I got this. So the tension was a little bit high. Like I know this was Cat telling Mike Brown.
That call,
Here
that
it is.
was called in a game 7. That's going to be called.
Listen.
So save your.
This is when Cat picked up his 4th foul.
Reviews and even coaches.
He says, no, Mike.
Have to look at the reviews that referees
Mike,
have
no.
changed.
Screaming
That
at Mike
call,
Brown. You
that
hear
was
it, right?
called in a game 7. That's going to be called here.
Shamit will come in. Towns will
Scream Mike no 3 times. But then Cat goes to the locker room, heated, mad at Mike Brown for taking him out. Look, Mike Brown, I actually agree with Brown there. Like, I know Cat wanted to stay in the game, and again, the 76ers didn't have an answer for him, but we can't risk you picking up your 5th foul in that spot. Like, and in the fourth quarter, we needed Cat. So what is Mike Brown supposed to do? Like, yes, he can trust you. He can trust Karl-Anthony Towns. Because in that moment, he was hot. Like, he can trust you. Or then very next possession, you could pick up your fifth foul, and then we're sitting there like, come on now, you should have took him out. So I know Cat got frustrated there, and I know he'll talk about that at the end of the game but if they ask him about it. But I was okay with Mike Brown taking him out in that situation. Like, I was okay with that. Weren't you guys okay with that? Like, I was fine with it. I was fine with it. So, but stop. Look, it's frustrating because Karl-Anthony Towns has been so good defensively and so good at not picking up those fouls. And now it's a different series, right? And I said this on Saturday when I was previewing the series. Watch out for the Cat fouls. It might rear its ugly head again. And it kind of has. But Cat, when he's in the game, he is so valuable. So, and I know some of the fouls are like, they weren't fouls. But it is what it is. Retro praying for OJ Anunoby. Wayne says Kumo D has to play. Let's go. Wow, Spurs belt to ass. Lamar, what's going on? Lamar, appreciate you in the chat. Knicks win. This changed the game right here. This changed the game right here. Broomgate.
You try it.
Mr. Drummond couldn't get the basketball down. Couldn't get it down. You can try. Nope. Cat's like, give me the broom, bro. Give me the broom. Boom. First try. Change the game. Crowds involved. Crowds booing, drumming. It's the little things. It's the little things, man. OJ Anunoby's phenomenal, man. Like, I just hope OG's okay. Look at OJ. OJ Anunoby's not in this screen, right? Look at him. Look at him flying the screen. It's just so good. He's just so good. I hope that he's okay. I hope he's okay, man. Ujo says you saw Sohan was chirping at VJ and Tyrese. Yeah, look, Mike Brown had to go with Sohan, right? He had to go with a center because there's no Mitch. There's no Mitch, right? And Hukporti got 4 fouls. So you saw Brown consulting with Rick Brunson, consulting with the coaches, winds up going with Sohan to start, then goes to Shamet, which I actually thought Shamet's like one of our best defenders, so that's okay. But you saw the Knicks getting killed on the glass in the first half because they had no size on the court. Like, they had no size on the court, so the 76ers were running amok on the glass. Right? Mike says, I hope Mitch and OG are good. Likewise. Drummond slow as hell. Just Rover says, you just know Drummond doesn't know how to do any chores. Zaire says, listen to the star player in the playoffs. Steph calls off Steve Kerr all the time and Drummond. But does Steph have the reputation of picking up silly fouls? No. So I'm going to be honest with you. I wanted to trust Karl-Anthony Towns in that situation. Trust me. I do. But sometimes you got to save the player from himself. Sometimes you have to do what you got to do. Because in that fourth quarter, let's say Cat picks up his 5th foul. Then you're not putting him in the game until like midway through the fourth quarter. And to start the fourth, like, that doesn't happen. So that's the Sixers game plan. Even without Joel Embiid, Cat picks up 2 fouls. Right? Even without him. And I think the first or second foul was a trip on Maxey and he falls on the floor. Just gotta watch out for that little stuff. Right? Gotta watch out for that little stuff. But we got it done. And that's all that matters. Like, we go back to the drawing board. Again, every game is its own chapter in this book. Game 1 was absolutely incredible. Game 2, different story. No Joel Embiid, but you find a way to win. You find a way to win. Because if you lost this one, This would have been a disaster class, but you didn't. Like, you're up 2-0. You're in a really good spot, and you're headed to MSG 2.0 this weekend. You got Mother's Day weekend. Knicks fans are traveling over there. Like, Friday's going to be Knicks fans. Sunday's definitely going to be a lot of Knicks fans. So, what you're worried about right now is the OG Anunoby injury. You're worried that it's a serious thing, but I hope not. Like, knock on wood, I hope that the OG injury is not a serious thing. So, away we go. Shout out to the chat. Knicks go up 2-0 on the Philadelphia 76ers. It wasn't pretty, but we got it done, ladies and gentlemen. We got it done. We got it done. Shout out to the chat. Got the Brunson King of New York shirt. King of New York shirt on. Man. If we lost this game with me wearing this hat, I would have thrown this hat away. I'm not going to lie, because this hat has gone through some bad losses. I think I wore this hat during Game 2 and Game 3 of the last series. No lie, I would have threw this hat away. This hat's bad luck. Bad luck. But we won tonight. So, thank goodness. A-Level says, this is why health and depth matters in championship runs. Yeah, I mean... Exactly. Like, OG Anunoby goes down. Now Sohan, Sohan or Mohamed Diarra become very vital. And Shamit. Like, these guys have to step up. Like, you're looking around the playoffs. Everyone's dealing with injuries. The Knicks have been, like, one of the healthiest teams. And the Pistons. The Pistons have been healthy. Knicks and the Pistons have been healthy. Right? Cavs have been fairly healthy too, but this is why you go out and get depth. This is why you go out and make a Sohan trade. This is why you play Mohamed Diarra the whole entire season and get his confidence up for moments like this. Now let's see if the rookie can perform in the playoffs. I think he's ready. I don't know if Mike Brown goes to him, though. I think Mike Brown will go to a Shamit. I think he'll go to someone else other than Mo D. But we have Mo D for size. Right? We have him there for size. Josh Hart left this game briefly with a thumb injury, came back in the game. But this is why you go out and you get depth. This is why you mix around with different lineups in the regular season for moments like this. So in the playoffs, you're not scrambling, right? And that's what we talked about last year with Tom Thibodeau. This is why in the regular season you try different-ish. So in moments in the playoffs, you're not scrambling or you're not condensing the rotation to play. So, away we go. Away we go. Zaire says we traded 4 first rounds for a guy. He got to step up. He has been stepping up, Zaire. He has been. Woody says playoff needs more experience. Sohan should be before Mo D. Yeah. Sohan, I think Shamit's going to be in there. I think Mike Brown's going to trust Shamit. I think he'll probably start, but we have to await the injury. Like, we have to await the OG Anunoby injury. You guys can hit up the Discord. The link is pinned up in the chat. Hit up the Discord in the chat. Do giveaways and everything in the Discord. You guys can call into the show. But, yeah, man, how many, like... So Philly has shot, I believe, like 20 more free throws than us in this series in these first 2 games. They out-rebounded us because of the foul trouble. 25 assists, 10 steals. They scored 23 points off our turnovers. And look at this. Points in the paint, 56. This is what makes us different than Boston, right? That makes us different than Boston. Points in the paint, 56, compared to the Celtics, who all they do is shoot threes. And I'm comparing us to the Celtics because the Philadelphia 76ers fans said that they beat Boston in Game 2, but our retort to that was, look, we're a different team than Boston. Boston just lives and dies by the 3. We can beat you in many different ways. And away we go. How many lead change? 20. I think there were like 25 lead changes this one. Crazy game. All right, let's get to Yuri in the Discord. Yuri, welcome into the Knicks Nation post-game show. Knicks win. Final score 108-102. What you got tonight?
Man, what a gritty win, man. You want to talk about grit? You want to talk about determination? You want to talk about just making sure you took that lead and never looked back? Look no further than the second half of that fourth quarter, man. And I normally don't complain about the refs. Tony Brothers.
Terrible.
Legacy game. Legacy game, Tony Brothers.
He had the 76ers money line, bro.
And I didn't even see what a call OG when you have OG saying, "Yo, what the hell are you calling me for?" Like when OG bugs out. And before I get into the OG injury, prayers up for OG. From what I looked at the video, it looked like he banged knees with Barlow. It looked like it.
I hope. I don't know. I hope Yuri.
That's all I'm going to say on it. But Tony Brothers, legacy game. When you have Hart pissed off, and shout out to Cap, by the way, for, just pushing Hart out of the way so he doesn't get another technical.
There was a play that Tony Brothers called a foul on Josh Hart, and he stripped Paul George cleanly. Clean.
Right. That was clean.
Philly has, I believe, like
clean
20 in this series in these first 2 games.
Go ahead, Yuri.
Clean.
Yuri, you good? You there? I'm
I'm
hearing
here.
an echo on your end. All right.
That's Latino.
I just put him on mute. I'm still hearing like a little bit of an echo. Make up. What else you got, Yuri?
Basically, what I'm just gonna end it with this good win tonight. You're up 2-0.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we get news on OG. Let's go make this 3-0. Let's make this 3-0. Come on.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yep.
Sweep. I want to sweep.
I want to sweep so bad. Yuri, appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. Let's go to Latino PR. What's going on, Latino? How are you, sir?
What's good? Long time no here, brother. What's going on with you, man?
Hope all is well. 2-0. 2-0.
Yeah. Yo, you know something? And I wanted to respond on the last one when we blew out Atlanta.
Yeah.
That, the mindset after the game, after we went down 2-1, they got their mind right and say, look, we can't play games because teams coming in here, they want to beat us and send us home. They know that we on a mission to go to the finals.
Yeah.
So you either got to put up or shut up. You got to do or die. So they put their mindset, they put the game face on, and they work. Now, what you called earlier, I knew it. Once Embiid went down, Philly was going to come out with guns blazing. I knew that. And Maxey and Edgecombe and these guys, they runners, and they're going to make it a game.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to weather the storm and come back like we do. We a good fourth quarter team. We buckled down on defense, and we have a closer. And we play good. We playing good ball. We playing good ball. And I think we could survive one game without OG. If that's the case, we could survive. We got depth. I think Philly has no depth. They have no depth.
No.
That's why we will beat them. In six, the most is going is 6 games. If that's, I see 5, but I'll give them one more game, 6. But I think the Knicks got this, man. I think the Knicks got it. I really believe the Knicks are going to the finals.
Ooh. Let's go. Dropping bombs.
Hey, yo,
Latino TR dropping bombs.
Hey, yo, and I haven't been this happy since '94 when we was up 3-2 on Houston. And we was up 3-2. That killed me, and that killed me. But I got a good feeling. I mean, we could hang with OKC if OKC makes it there. We could hang with OKC.
Was that when Mark Johnson couldn't make a shot?
No, Starks.
Oh, Starks, yeah, Starks.
Yeah, Starks.
Yeah.
But that was Pat Riley because if you struggling at a 3-point line, take it to the rack. Johnstown had the ability to take it to the rack and he didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He just let him shoot threes and Yeah, and anyway, but that's the past. Hey, yo, you don't know how many fights I got in after that. After we lost, I got into so many fights, man, because I didn't want to hear it. But I'm older now. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was. I think I
But
was. I'm telling you my age, but I was 3 when that happened. So I don't remember that. I just watched highlight. I just watched the highlights from that. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yo, but it was intense in New York, bro. We were ready for championship. We were ready for championship, brother. Then when
yeah,
they won the last two, man, that killed me. That killed me, man.
yeah,
And I believe, and when we went against San Antonio, if I believe if we would have had Ewing in the finals, we would have make it into a series. We didn't
yeah.
have Ewing. They had the two-headed monster, Robinson and Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have nothing to offset that. You
Yeah,
know, so but hey, we close, man. I think
yeah.
we
We
could beat
close.
OKC. We gotta, huh?
We close. You know, we close. Now
Yep.
we just have to wait for the OG Anunoby injury. I think if they can go up 3-0, I don't want to see OG Anunoby this entire series. If they can go up 3-0 without him, you don't need him,
Right. That's
right?
good. Yeah. If we go up 3-0, rest them. We don't need them. Rest them. Believe me, he's important. If we're gonna play Detroit, we need OG for
Yeah,
real. We
yeah.
need OG, man. But I'm here. I'm gonna
Appreciate you,
call you every
Latino.
once in a while. I'm a guy and much love, Ant, man. All right.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you for the support. As always, man. Shout out to you. Hope all is well as well. Shout out to the callers tonight. Shout out to the callers. Lamar says, "What's good with OG hamstring injury?" We shall see. Like, I'm assuming it's a hamstring, guys. I'm assuming it's a hamstring injury. We haven't seen an update yet, right? We haven't seen an update yet. I'm refreshing the X timeline. What? I didn't even see this. This was what you guys were talking about? I didn't even see this. What is Sohan doing? What happened? Why did Sohan do this? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Was something said? I know Oubre fouled Cat hard, but I don't think Sohan was talking to Oubre. Okay, I see. And Maxi's right there. He's talking to Maxi right there. I see. Is that McCullough Jr. in the mix? That's McCullough Jr. right there in the mix. They're holding Sohan back. Modi's holding him back. Edgecombe is getting upset. What happened here? What happened? Look, I like Jeremy. I like that he brings that edge to this Knicks team, but I want to figure out what happened. We'll see. That's something to talk about. Jaden says he likes to get an opponent's head. He's doing it. He was doing it in San Antonio. He's bringing that nasty here, like he said when we got him. Look, I love it. You know, I love it, but I at the same time I love it, but I'm like, you know, don't give these guys any bulletin board material. Don't give them any. Like, that's where my head goes. You know, I'm like, well, like, they just lost. Like, part of me loves it, and a part of me is like, come on, bro. You know, don't give these guys any bulletin board stuff and But I don't know. Maybe he's sticking up. Maybe they did something prior to that. I haven't seen the full clip, but if you know him to stick up for his teammates, and you know Sohan has a little crazy in him, and every team needs a little crazy. Any team needs a little crazy. Buzzer beater, man. Good to see you in here. Salute to you, buzzer beater. Marshawn Edgecombe knew he was coming back to the city this year. And knows he's not coming back to the city. Oh, man. Loud and clear. I like what Sohan's doing. Yeah. Yeah, Lamar. I meant to say Starks. I was 3. I was born in 91. So I rewatched those games, obviously, as a diehard Knicks fans. That's when he went ice cold, right? In that game, was it Game 7? He couldn't buy. Was it Game 7 where John Starks couldn't buy a bucket? Away we go, guys. Let's see if the guys have talked. The guys have talked. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Once again, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. My name is Anthony. Hello. I do post games content. Go live on TikTok during the game. Please support. Appreciate you guys in there. Appreciate the members. Appreciate you guys with the super chats as well. Let me just play some Karl Anthony Towns video. Play some video with the guys. Shout out to you guys on TikTok. Head over to YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video on TikTok. There we go. Karl Anthony Towns.
All the right here. A little bit tonight. First time they've done that this series. They did it in the regular season.
I wish I made that dunk. I would have so much to say to him after the game.
Oh, he's talking about the dunk.
Draw fouls on you, whether that's good fouls, questionable fouls, whatever you want to call it. Just
it don't matter. It don't matter.
Is there anything I guess maybe you could do differently to insulate yourself against that type of issue?
I don't want to ever lose the physicality. This is something that's done us well in the last game. So, yeah, you know, I'll look at the tape. I'll get better, more disciplined, and you know, I don't want to put my team in that position again. So,
Cat says he'll look at the tape, be more disciplined, and away we go. Away we go. Our captain.
How big of a blow is that, and how do you guys now, as you move forward, overcome that at least in the short term?
I'll cross the bridge when we get to it. I don't know too much.
Jalen, with OG going down there in the fourth, how big of a blow is that, and how do you guys now, as you move forward, overcome that at least in the short term?
I'll cross the bridge when we get to it. I don't know too much.
He'll cross the bridge when we get to it. He doesn't know too much about the OG Anunoby injury. More from our captain.
This is now 3 straight games where he's just made shot after shot. What do you feel like is going for him as well as it is? And on the other end, what do you feel like is working so well with the way that he's defended Maxey?
I mean, offensively, it's a make or miss league, and obviously there's times the ball's going in, times where there's not. And but I think for him, what's been the most consistent is him in his routine every day, doing the things he has to do to make sure he's ready to go. And so when the ball does go in, it's not a surprise. He works at it. That's what he does. And I'm no surprise there when he's doing that. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I think he's just making things tough. I also think Tyrese is generating some good looks for himself and for others, but we're just trying to make it as tough as possible because obviously the things that he can do is pretty spectacular.
JB was great in the fourth, especially that shot on Barlow when the Knicks called a timeout and got him the switch that he wanted. Captain Clutch showed up in the fourth quarter, and tremendous job with the execution in that fourth from the New York Knicks.
In terms of his aggression, because it can be something like that, and then the third quarter on the opposite end, the way he was attacking, and just I guess how have you talked to him about that, and then I guess what did you like what you saw, how he responded in the second half coming out of foul trouble?
Yeah, he's an important player for us. There's no secret, and we need him on the floor. So he just has to avoid getting the unnecessary fouls, and he's been great. Like he hasn't picked up an offensive foul, knock on wood, in a while, and so he's got to keep making sure he doesn't do that, and and then anything where he's trying to steal a basketball or whack down on the ball, where he's initiating contact with his hands, he's got to try to stay away from that. And throughout the course of the game, the officials are going to call what they call, and we have no control over that. But we just, if you lead with your chest and you show your hands, not just Cat but all of us, then we'll have a better chance of not picking up fouls, because we can't afford to have anybody in foul trouble.
That's been the talk of the New York Knicks. If you were to point at anything negative, it would be the foul trouble. And we're up 2-0 despite that. So you got to feel good about that. Mike Brown on OG Anunoby.
I haven't talked to anybody of the same thing. I know he looked like he was hopping, but have you heard of it? I have not talked to medical yet. OG Anunoby left the game.
He said he was looked like he's hopping.
Hopping, but I know he looked like he was hopping, but
I don't know if the injury update came out yet, chat. But I took those of you just joining, I took a screenshot of the injury. And it's looking like hamstring. Again, I don't want to sit here and guess anything and dissect anything, but it's looking like hamstring. Anytime you hop like that, that means you feel something pull. And he still attempted a dunk. But he's grabbing at his shorts there. Buzzerbeater says, where's Chris? Chris will be back soon. I actually told Chris to hop on the live tonight. The podcast will come back soon. But those of you in the chat, both Chris and I are kind of on baby watch. Chris's wife is 35 weeks pregnant. My wife is 35 weeks pregnant. So it's been crazy busy for both of us. And in terms of, welcoming a newborn into our life. So Chris has been crazy busy. I've been crazy busy running around. And Chris will be back soon. He's probably in the chat. Someone's in the VC? Oh, that's Latino. Chris Gotti says I'm here. Lamar says Game 7. Look, right now, appreciate you, Dame. Right now, if you go up 3-0, right now you have to be thinking, if you go up 3-0 you can go up 3-0 without OG Anunoby, right? Can we win on Friday without OG Anunoby? I think we can. I think we could beat this Philadelphia 76ers team without him. I think we can. So, you don't want to push this thing. Joel, appreciate that, Joel. Appreciate you. You don't want to push this thing. You want to be cautious with this. You want to be very cautious with this. But we don't know what it is. We don't know what the injury is. I'm hoping it's a bang knee. Castro, appreciate you. I'm hoping it's a bang knee, but we don't know. Then again, you're up 2-0. So I think that gives him a little bit of rest here. That gives him a little bit of time to Whoa. I didn't even see this. McBride hits his head. McBride got a concussion in the game? What is happening? Uh-oh, we got a spammer in the chat. You know who I need? You know what I need? I need I need mods. I need mods in the chat. I need mods in the chat. I'm about to make like this. Rover, you want to be a mod? Who wants to be a mod? Loud and clear, you want to be a mod? Because I need some people to kick these guys out, so I'm not, distracted with this stuff. Let me know, and I'll easily make you guys mods. I trust you guys. But shout out to the Knicks, man. They got it done 2-0. Now I really think Buzzer Beater says, give me a shield. There you go, Buzzer Beater. Buzzer Beater, mod. 86 Smur. See, I don't know if they like if you're a member and I add you as a mod, I'm not sure if they remove your badge. We'll see. Appreciate you guys. But right now, look, can you win a game without OG Anunoby? Can you go up 3-0 on Friday? If you go up 3-0 on Friday without OG, it's GG's. And I think you can. On the Philadelphia 76ers side, I think prior to this game that their thinking was, if we can get one in New York and give Joel an extra few days and have him ready for Friday, game 3 in Philadelphia, because like we said, it's every other day. The games are every other day. They are coming at you until game 7 if it gets to that point. Joel's banged up. He's can't defend. He's limping around. He's hopping around. You're up 2-0. You're in a really good spot. You took care of home court. You're good. Now you're saying to yourself, all we need is a 1 in Philly. That's all we need. All we need is 1 in Philly. Game 3, you want to hit them first, man. You want to hit them first. You come out, you hit them first. You have them thinking. You have them nervous. Right? You have them nervous. When is the last time the Knicks have been up 2-0? The last time the Knicks have been up 2-0 was that Indiana series, right? A couple of years ago. Isaiah, I got you. Show the Deuce concussion. Yeah, here it is. Like I just refreshed the timeline, and here is the possible Deuce McBride concussion. Yeah, Joel, 2024 Indy. We went up 2-0 on the Pacers. That's the last time we went up 2-0. Oof. Does he hit his head? I don't know. Is Deuce going to be in protocol now? Deuce hit a 3 with a concussion? God damn. I hope he's okay. Concussions are no joke. But it looked like he was fencing there. Right? It looked like he was fencing there a little bit. That's not good. That's not good. That's not. Look, he stayed in the game, and he hit a 3 to open up the 4th. Right? And then, like, the NBA is going to look at this for sure. So if the NBA goes back and looks at this, I don't know whose job it is to notice these things during the game. Is it the officials' job? Is it the Knicks' job? Like, I'm sure if the officials noticed Deuce McBride was fencing there and had a concussion, he would have been taken out. I mean, like, but I'm sure he's going to be in concussion protocol now. But he hit a 3 after this. He hit a 3 after this. Built different, that Deuce. Yeah, Buzzer Beater, what's up with these injuries, man? It didn't look good. It looked nasty. 2024 Indy. Knicks go up 2-0, right? Knicks go up 2-0 with a chance to go up 3-0, and then freaking Nemhard hits a freaking heave 3, nothing but net. Brunson gets fouled. They don't call it. It's 2-1. I remember that, man. We all remember that shot. But we'll see. 48 hours NBA protocol for Forbidden Paradox. Reports are saying it's definitely a hamstring, but the severity is unknown. Yeah. Let me see if I... Where are you seeing that? Where are you seeing those reports? Shams. Oh, wait. We went up at home. I know we went up 2 overs Boston. I'm talking about at home. Because last year we went up 2 overs Boston on the road. But at home, the last time the Knicks took advantage of that was in Madison Square Garden. Lamar, where are you saying where are you seeing that reports are saying hamstring injury for OG Anunoby? Hope it's a grade 1 if it is, but I don't know. I don't see, like, there's nothing. Like, there's nothing. And it sucks because OG's been phenomenal. If OG Anunoby played on Friday, I still do think we can get it done without him. But right now, we're like, if we want to win a championship, we're not going to do it without OG Anunoby. That's for damn sure. We're not going to do that without OG Anunoby. So we just have to hope for the best and pray that he's all right. You know, OG's also a warrior. Like, any chance he gets to play, he will try to be out there for his teammates. But you want to be careful with this thing. Like you do. You're like, if you're in the front office, if you're Mike Brown, if you're their training staff, like, you're up 2-0. Do you see the 76ers winning 4 out of their next 5 games to beat you? Like, if it is a hamstring, I'll see you next round, OG. Like, I'm not pushing him. Like, we can really go up 3-0 without OG Anunoby. We have the guys. We have the bodies. We have the reinforcements. And like most of you said in the chat, that's why we have the depth. But we'll see. OG just needs a day off. Alex says it's crazy. No update so far. He went for the dunk after the pain, so I don't know. What's going on, Alex? Yeah. Kind of on pins and needles here. Like, we just don't know. You know who's going to hit us with the bomb? It's going to be Shams. Shams will know. Shams one, though. Shams one, though. All right, let me put some highlights in the chat for you guys from the game. Once again, shout out to the chat. 50 likes. You guys have been awesome with those likes, getting those likes up. I really do appreciate it. Knicks beat the Philadelphia 76ers. They go up 2-0 on the series. And look, it wasn't pretty, but we got it done, right? It wasn't pretty, but we got it done. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. I'm going to fast forward to the fourth quarter here. And away we go, man. So, look, I thought Brunson and Maxey, I kind of thought Brunson got the better end of the half in the first half. But look at OG, man. I mean, God, please be okay. But in the second half, I thought Brunson found some comfort in that within that matchup. Look at this. Get into the lane. You see, if I go back, did he hurt this hamstring earlier? Like I'm watching him jog now. I'm watching him run. He's just gassed there. Oubre was really good for them. Oubre hits this three, and I'm freaking out. That three from Hart was huge, by the way. That three from Josh Hart was huge. Barlow, sorry, barbecue chicken Barlow. This was, I believe this was out of the timeout. That shot, and again, Brunson, this was out of the timeout. Brunson gets the Barlow matchup. Excuse me. I'll turn you around. Nothing but net. That is disgusting. Oh, my God. Look at the Philadelphia bench after the shot. Is that Joel on the bench? Yeah, look at their reactions after this shot. That is nasty. Yeah, there's the injury. I go back to it. That's the OG Anunoby injury. Gets pushed out. Has the lane. He sprints right there. Right there. Yeah, he's hopping before he hits Maxey. He's hopping. I'm like slowing this down pixel by pixel like I did last time. Misses the dunk. Kind of grabbing at that right side right there. Grabbing at his jersey. You see him grabbing at his jersey. That means that something's pulling. If he's grabbing at his jersey right there, that means he's feeling something pull at him. Right? That's a reaction. Right there, too, he grabbed at it. Right there, he grabbed at it, too. Grabs at it like multiple times. That's his right hamstring, guys. I'm hoping that is cramps, but that's his right hamstring. Still calling for the three. But look, he can't run. And if you guys noticed, I wanted to bring this up, but I think this is a lingering thing. Because I noticed a couple of games ago, he had a wrap. Like, he had the tape on his hamstring. He had tape on his hamstring. I believe I noticed it in game 1, where he had tape on the right side of his thigh. I don't think this is I don't think this happened tonight. I think this has probably been bothering him. And I'm hoping that's not the case. But anytime he had a lot of tape on the right side, you know, that the athlete tape on the right side of his hamstring. I noticed that a couple of games ago. So if this is a thing that's been bothering him and it just got worse, that's bad news. But I hope not. I hope not. And that's it. That's all she wrote. That is all she wrote. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to Mikal Bridges. Shout out to Deuce McBride with a concussion. Hits the three. I'm not making light of the concussion, but it's just fascinating to me that if he did get a concussion, and I'm just assuming here, we don't know if he did get a concussion, then the NBA will look at that, and we possibly could be without him, but we'll see. He stayed in the game. He stayed in the game. But shout out to the chat. You guys have been incredible tonight. Hour and 25 minutes on the stream. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, and I'm just happy. Like, to kind of sum up tonight's game, I'm just really happy that this New York Knicks team found a way to win in a different kind of fashion. Like in a fashion in which in the past, they probably would have lost tonight's game. But even though no Joel Embiid, it's a different style of play out there. You got Paul George on steroids. That's why he got suspended for 25 games. He's looking like he turned back the clock, man. He's playing really well. VJ Edgecombe is playing really well, I think. And Maxey really hasn't played up to his standard in these first couple of games. I know he had the big second quarter, but he really hasn't been Tyrese Maxey. And guys are banged up. But right now, if you're a Knicks fan, you're feeling pretty good up 2-0 headed to Philadelphia, right? You're feeling pretty good. It's one thing if you would have lost tonight, but you didn't. It's another if you would have had another blowout win, right? Those are not sustainable. It was nice, but you have to find different ways to win through the NBA playoffs. So you learn as a team. So you learn through these moments. You fight through adversity, and we go on. Appreciate you, Buzzer Beater. You're welcome. This Rover says he was walking fairly fine, though. Hammy pulls are usually really bad. We'll see. If anything, I know the Knicks are going to keep that close to the vest. If anything, I know. So, knowing the New York Knicks, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but to be honest, it shouldn't matter. You're up 2-0. I don't think you need him to finish off the Philadelphia 76ers. I think the other guys could step up, and we just can go from there at the end of the day. So, and look, this stat just came across my screen. The Sixers are 0-15 when trailing 0-2 in best of sevens. 0-15. And now you're going back to Philly, down 0-2 with the status of Joel Embiid up in the air. Like, you're in a rough spot. You're in a rough spot if you're Philly. Buzzer Beater says, who gets his spot just in case? Diawara, Clarkson, Sohan. I would think it's Shamet. We've seen, I think when OG Anunoby was out, I think in February in Philly, Shamet started for him. I believe Shamet started for him. I believe Shamet gets to start. I could be wrong. But I believe they go with Brunson, Bridges, Shamet, Shamet, Hart, and Towns. That's who I think they go with. The Knicks do. Shamet played some in the second half, and he's built for it. Like he's shown us, and he had a tremendous year for us, and I think he'll be fine. So I think we go with Shamet, but Mohamed Diawara, you have to stay ready. Sohan, stay ready. But I just think Shamet has the trust of Mike Brown, right? So if the Knicks on Friday come out hot, lay the 76ers down. Have them thinking, like, about the summer. Like, you go up 3-0, it's like, I see a next round OG Anunoby. If it's serious. Like, I don't want to chance it. Like, I don't want to have a situation where the Sixers tie this thing up, then we're like rushing OG Anunoby back, and like I don't want to even think about that. But we have to know his injury. Like, we don't know his injury. Loud and clear, Philly fans already gave up on the team. Game will be packed with Knicks fans Friday. Let's go. We haven't seen a lot of sham at this series from Buzzer Beater. Yeah. But I think he'll be ready. Shout out to the chat. Hit me up on Instagram at KnicksNation, on TikTok at KnicksNation_, and on X. Shout out to you guys watching on X at KnicksNation. If you're new here, please subscribe, support the channel. I really do appreciate it. You guys have been incredible. Shout out to the members in here. I see you guys rocking the badges. You guys are awesome. Shout out to the people. Like, shout out to Knicks Nation. We're up 2-0. We're in a good spot. We just await the OG Anunoby news. When we get that out, when we get the update, I'll react to it. Hopefully it's good news. Hopefully it is good news, and we just go from there. Enjoy the win, Knicks Nation. Enjoy the night. And I'll catch you guys on Friday. Be on the lookout for more content coming your way. Let's go, Knicks. 2-0. Peace.